Well, the controversial NSA cell phone program has quietly come to an end. The long-used metadata collection practice at the center of the Snowden leaks and part of the 2001 Patriot Act has allegedly not been used for about 6 months now, according to a New York Times investigation. This as former NSA boss James Clapper goes on cable news to address his lie on Capitol Hill back in 2013, citing that he didn't lie, he just didn't understand the question. So joining us now to discuss, investigative journalist Ben Swann. All right, Ben. So the NSA, I know you're smirking right now. The NSA...
I can't wait to get to that part. We'll do the other questions first.
Right, okay, thank you. Bear with me here. The NSA is not taking questions from the press at this time on this particular topic, as you might imagine. It appears as though the Trump administration has stopped the use of this Bush-era spying program. So what do you make of that so far?
Well, first of all, I think it's a great thing if it has been stopped without a new secret program being implemented. Now, when I say that, I don't know that there has been. I'm always suspicious that there may be, because whenever government stops spying in one way, oftentimes they'll start spying in another. Having said that, I am hopeful that they have ended it because they recognize, number one, that it's unlawful. This is an unlawful program. And number two, that it's an ineffective program. Now, had it been effective, wouldn't matter. It's still unlawful. But it is an ineffective program. Let's not forget that the spying program has not, still to this day, ever warranted a single terrorist that was captured because of it. Ever. So it's important to remember that.
And this metadata collection was obviously the center of the Snowden documents. Glenn Greenwald of The Intercept, who was key in getting this out there to the public, he tweeted this. He said, "The very first NSA program we revealed from Snowden documents, the mass domestic spying program of Americans' phone records, which James Clapper lied about and Obama insisted was vital to national security, has been shut down." So the USA Freedom Act of 2015, which was designed to curtail at least this part of the Patriot Act, coming to its expiration later this year, does the act need to get renewed support?
I don't think that the act will necessarily get renewed support, and here's why. Because the 2015 act essentially said, okay, we will no longer collect metadata in mass as had been done previously. Obviously, in 2013, when Glenn Greenwald revealed a lot of this because of Snowden, and by the way, Glenn Greenwald, without question, one of the great journalists of our time, I believe that as that happened, there was so much scrutiny about this mass collection that essentially the NSA and Congress said, okay, well, we'll roll it back to just specific instances where cell phone companies will keep all the information and then we'll only look for certain things rather than collecting everything in mass. But now in 2015, now that piece is expiring, I think a lot of lawmakers will look at it and say, well, it still never netted anything. It still didn't do anything. So why continue to collect and keep all this information? I'm, again, hopeful. Not necessarily sure that they will, but hopeful that they will end it.
All right, so we've got a clip of James Clapper doing his mea culpa on CNN, and also a soundbite of what he claims was just an honest mistake back in 2013. Listen.
One of the things,
as far as the comment about the allegation about my lying, I didn't lie. I made a big mistake. And I just simply didn't understand what I was being asked about. I thought of another surveillance program, Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, when I was being asked about Section 215 of the Patriot Act at the time.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
All right, Ben, do you buy that? Is there any way he could have misunderstood?
No, James Clapper is a liar. He lied then. He's lying even more now. Here's a couple of things on this. Number one, this is the first time that Clapper has ever used this excuse. The lie happened in 2013. It's been 5 years since then. And this issue has come up many times since then. And not once has he ever said, I misunderstood the question. That's number one. Number two, you played the clip there. The question that was not asked about the FISA Act. It was not asked about the Patriot Act, Section 215. There's no mention of any of it. The question is straightforward and direct. Does the NSA collect any kind of data metadata on Americans? And the answer was no, sir, not wittingly. And the fact is, when John Berman over at CNN interviewed, James Clapper, CNN handles these guys with such kid gloves because they're all in bed together. He should have immediately stopped him and said, let's go back and let's look at what you said and explain how this was confusion. Poor guy was just confused.
Right.
He was lying then. He's doubling down on the lie now. But here's the other thing. The lie that he told, the expiration it's already expired in terms of being able to prosecute him for it. That ran out in 2018. So now he can go on TV and he can lie about it because there's no reason to prosecute him because the statute of limitations ran out.
Well, all right. No recourse and acting, not as a journalist, acting as the PR company for them. So we'll leave it right there. We'll leave it there, Ben. As always, good talking to you, Ben Swann. Thank you.
Manila, thanks.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.